Staff notation. Staff notation is writing note heads on a series of lines and spaces, and each move between a line to its adjacent space or from a space to its adjacent line is a step or a second. A staff has 5 lines with 4 spaces between them. And we use these lines and spaces to say how far away notes are from one another. So if we put a note on space 3, if we wanted to go a step up, we could then move that note up to line 4. And if we wanted to go a step up again, we could go up to space 4. And if we wanted to come back again, we would move that note back down to space 3. So each move between a line and its adjacent space is a second. And that would look like this. So that's a second. But we can do any interval using a staff. So, for instance, you could have a third by going from a line to the next line up. Or you could have a sixth by going from the bottom space to 6 ticks above it. 6 rungs on the ladder of lines and spaces above it. Things that occur linearly on a staff, that is, they're next to one another, happen consecutively, while things that are stacked on top of one another will happen at the same time. So if you wrote notes out like this means that first you play that note on the left, then you play the middle note, and then you play the last note. Whereas stacked, you would play all 3 of those notes together. And then another concept that we could bring to this is the ledger line. Ledger lines extend the staff as if it had one more line. So if you're at the top of your staff but you want to write a third above it, you would write another line and then put a note head on there. And that would be a third.